Now, today marks 1 year since King Charles was crowned in that incredible coronation, filled with pomp and pageantry.
And we were sat outside the palace, weren't we, a year ago today?
Freezing.
And it was wonderful, wasn't it?
It was fantastic.
But 12 months later, the monarch seems to have forged an even closer bond with the people of Britain, following his openness surrounding his cancer diagnosis.
It all comes as Prince Archie is preparing to celebrate his 5th birthday. Well, so we say preparing, because what are they over there, about 6-7 hours
He'll still be
us?
asleep, yes. As will lots of you, I'm sure, at 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, joining us now is royal biographer Angela Levin. Good to see you this morning,
Hello,
Angela.
good morning.
And can you believe it's been 12 months? I mean, so much has happened, but it also just feels like yesterday.
Yes, I think it's been a long and a short year, hasn't it, somehow? But the year when it all began, when he became much more easy to be with people, was actually after the death of the late Queen. They came back to Buckingham Palace, and I know they both thought there'd be nobody there, or they would be shouting at them because of the loss.
Really?
Of the Queen.
Is that what they
Yes,
thought?
yes. And when they got there, they were about to go in, and they could see hundreds, maybe thousands of people outside, and they started singing "God Save the King." So they got out the car went in, and they came round and they sort of shook hands and hugged, and it was very interesting. I thought, good heavens, is this King Charles who's making a very different image of himself? They were so happy, they couldn't really believe it. And I think from there, they've really become very, very accessible and very close. And I think the cancer has made the king even more wanting to talk to his people and caring about them.
Well, I have to say, there was a clip when he's resumed his public duties on Tuesday, and it will stick in my mind, and he's talking to someone else who's a cancer patient, and as he has to get up to go, it's all smiles, and it's very genuine, and he just grabs her hand and gives it a squeeze.
Yes.
And that, to me, is so sort of intimate and personal, and
Yes.
I really thought it was a lovely thing to see.
Yes, it was loving, really. And also with the fact that he revealed to that particular person, I think, that it's awful when they tell you that you've got cancer, isn't it? And he was so much understanding of what they felt. And you could see the conversation was very easy. It wasn't about, have you come far, or, you know, all that. It was really down to what it's all about and how they were feeling, and giving them hope. And if you look back on history, when kings would go and see people who'd been wounded in hospital, it made a huge difference to them. And it was very interesting to see that. He's also broken a few things that the Queen would be quite shocked about. And one of these was outside, where there were 2 young children, 6 and 8, I think, and they'd both had cancer, and they gave a posy to him and a posy to Queen Camilla, and he came out with a big bag of presents, and he passed it to them, and he wanted to give them something in return, and that stuck with me, because I thought that is an amazing thing to do.
Yeah.
Because they will keep that, whatever's in it. I was dying to see it. I thought maybe they would open it up, but they didn't. But, you know, what a delightful thing to do, because you keep that forever.
Oh, you will.
But just not people, ordinary people. He's actually done very, very well in France and Germany. Somebody very high up the ladder told me that his visit there, which were the first 2 visits, was so acceptable, and they liked his manner and his attitude, that they've stopped getting rather irritable about Brexit. They've actually dropped all that.
Well, that's soft power.
If you think that, if you look back, they haven't done anything complaining about us and Brexit. So, I mean, he's done an awful lot for us, you know, whether he's so ill or whether he's well. And I think the popularity is going higher and higher, which is lovely for him, except frustrating, because he wants to get on and do
and that's it.
lots and lots.
We had a Republican on the show yesterday who said, as a Republican, I don't have a bad word to say about King Charles. I think he's doing a good job, didn't she?
Yeah.
Emma Burnell, that was. So, Angela, really good to see you this morning.
Nice to see you.
Thank you so much
Thank you
for coming in.